The Witcher 3 has awesome weapons, and today we're gonna talk about the 12 best ones. Stay tuned for that. What's up guys, my name is Franky Boy, and on this channel you will see the best Witcher tips and tricks that you can find on the internet. Stay tuned, and we're going into the game right now, and let's have a look at the 12 top weapons you can get in the game. Well, these are my recommendations, and they will grant you the best damage boost for some kind of builds. Not for everyone, so you have to kind of keep a look at the weapons yourself and see what you can do with them. There are some other good weapons in the game as well, and let's start with our number 12. Number 12 is this one, the Tesham Mutna Steelsword. This sword is quite awesome, and you can get it in the Blood and Wine DLC with also a fitting armor, which looks quite nice. As you can see, I love the skin of this one, and it fits the build perfectly. Why is this a good weapon? It's my number 12. It has armor piercing, which is awesome on a steel sword, because humans, they wear armor. Actually, that's a nice bonus. Also, we have 75% critical hit damage bonus, which is awesome. Not quite as nice as our Toussaint Knight steel blade, but also a very nice sword. You have the critical hit chance. This is awesome. Bleeding chance, chance to stun. That's great. Also, you have the 3 rune slots and the possibility to wear it as a set bonus. Well, that's kind of okay-ish, but I guess the sword itself, it looks nice. It's a nice weapon. Get it while it's hot, and yeah, you can get it in the Blood and Wine DLC. Weapon number 11 is the Griffin Silver Sword. Why am I picking this one? Well, because it's like the only sword that's really nice for a sign build. You have 25% sign intensity for any sign. That's quite nice. Also critical hit damage bonus by 50%, 10% chance to critical hit. Chance to dismember is okay-ish, and bonus experience for monsters is actually nice when leveling, so you gotta level up faster. That's quite a sweet perk, and yeah, you should pick it up when you use signs a lot, so that's quite nice. Weapon number 10 is our Griffin Steel Sword. It has the same thing like the Silver Sword, well, almost. Yeah, you get it. You get more bonus experience from humans and non-humans. That's quite nice, and you have also some sign intensity and damage bonus. Not one of the best swords to deal purely damage, but for the sign builds, it's quite awesome. Let's go on to weapon number 9. Weapon number 9 is the Manticore Silver Sword. Why is this silver sword awesome? Well, it has armor piercing. That's a rarity on silver swords actually, and while most of the monsters might not have some armor, others might as well have some, so you can profit out of that. Also, you have a critical hit damage bonus, which is awesome, and a critical hit chance increasing. So as you might have noticed, I am very focused on critical hit damage bonus and armor piercing. Critical hit chance is not that awesome, because on most of my builds I pick killing spree, and then you have like 100% crit chance all the time, so you need the crit damage to increase your crits, and this is awesome with almost any weapon. Just one of the perfect talents for the Witcher, I guess. Our next sword number 8 is, you get it, the Manticore Steel Sword. It's the perfect match for this one because, yeah, it fits well. It's looking great, and you have the armor piercing on it. Also, some critical hit damage bonus. I guess it's not that nice compared to the Tesha Mutna Steelsword, but still it's a nice sword, and you can combine it as a set if you want to. Well, the set bonus of the Manticore set is not great, so I wouldn't go for that, but that's a nice steel sword you can pick. I wouldn't recommend it. Well, if you don't have any better one, you should, but Tesham Mutna is straight up better, I guess, because you have some more critical hit damage bonus. It always depends on the enemy you're fighting. I think looking back at these swords with Geralt in the sun is just awesome. I totally love these weapons. They look great. But there are some nice weapons coming your way. Weapon number 7 is Dahlia. Dahlia is an awesome silver sword. It has the rare armor piercing on it, and it has some igni sign intensity. Also, you have the critical hit damage, critical hit chance, and chance to poison. That's a nice combination, I guess. It's not one of the awesome top tier silver swords, but it's quite nice, and it's not in the set. I wanted to include some swords that are not part of a set because you have to do the treasure hunts for them, and obviously you can get these somewhere else. My pick number 6 is the Iris, and this is a very special weapon. It's not one of the straight up strongest weapon of all times, but this weapon charges in combat, and it's like the only steel sword with a very special effect on it that's like more magical, I guess. And the charges, they change the color to red of the sword. Strong attacks will release the energy, and then you just have a great time dealing tons of damage. You get this one in the Hearts of Stone DLC, so it's not like level 100 when you start a New Game Plus. You have to care for that. Everyone who was wondering why I'm level 100, I am in New Game Plus. I started the New Game Plus at a certain level that I can like get some of the weapons to level 100, and so I can guarantee that I have some of the strongest stuff in the game. You have to be careful about when to start your New Game Plus, just so you know that. And also the name of the items change because legendary, that's the prefix it gets when you start New Game Plus. So for you, these might just be the Forgotten Wolven Steel Sword. For me, it's like the legendary Forgotten one. Weapon number 5, now we're getting closer to the end, is Geralt of Rivia's Crossbow. It's the best crossbow in the game. It has 300% attack power. That's awesome. And you can use it to shoot your enemies and deal a ton of damage. Maybe you get some explosive bolts or stuff and have fun with that, getting some sirens out of the air. That's awesome. You get it in the Blood and Wine DLC, of course, and you have to participate in the tournament as Geralt of Rivia. Well, this weapon can be named somehow somehow else. That doesn't matter, but I think it has to be Geralt of Rivia's crossbow because actually you play as Geralt of Rivia. Alright, we're getting into the juicy stuff that are my top 4 swords in this game, and there's no crossbow left. So we start off with the Ursine Steel Sword. Why is this so awesome? You get more adrenaline points. Adrenaline points equal in damage because when you have 3 of them, you have 30% increased damage. That's awesome. You want to get it up as quickly as possible. But what's awesome about this is the 100% critical hit damage bonus. That's insane. You can't get any more on a sword, and you crit all the time, as I said before, with the talent I just picked from the alchemy tree. So you have like 100% crit chance anyways. You don't need critical hit chance, so you have the critical hit damage, and chance to dismember is okay-ish, I guess, and some bonus experience for leveling is also okay. So you get that. Place number 3 is, you guess it, the Ursine Silver Sword, of course, also with the adrenaline point gain. I love adrenaline point gain because you want to have it up all the time for different reasons. As I said, for the damage boost, you can also increase your sign intensity by adrenaline points. You can also save your life with adrenaline. You deal more damage. You can use it to cast Whirl. There's so much usage for adrenaline points, and that grants you indirect profits for all the time. So you just want to go for that and pick it up. The Grandmaster one of this is so awesome. You get it in the Blood and Wine DLC also, as well as you can guess, and you have to do the treasure hunts for all the legendary Witcher sets. You could guess that. So let's get into the top 2, and they are the perfect match for almost any build that focuses on raw damage and using swords. If you checked out my channel before, you might have seen those swords a lot because they are the perfect match for everything. Let's start with the second best sword in the game that I think is so awesome. It's the Toussaint Knight Steel Sword. It has armor piercing by 300. That's insane. Quen sign intensity is okay because let's keep it real. You use Quen all the time pre-fight. When you don't do that, you might be really dumb or lazy. Well, I'm lazy all the time and I'm forgetting it, but you should definitely use Quen pre-fight every time. So you get like some nice boost on it. It's kind of a wasted stat, I guess, but yeah, you have it anyways. Critical hit damage bonus, as I explained, is perfect, and the critical hit chance, it doesn't matter too much. Well, for most of the builds, I have 100% critical hit chance anyways, so let's keep it real. It's kind of a wasted stat when you have that talent on, but it's nice anyways if you don't have, and if you didn't have the free kills yet, because this talent that I'm talking about all the time, Killing Spree, you need a kill and toxicity above 0. So yeah, you need 3 kills to be at a 100% critical hit chance. Before that, you can use that. Also, you have the chance to cause burning, and I love it with a whirl build, because when you whirl around, you swing your sword around your head, then you will ignite the enemies, and that's awesome because they get stunned, they take damage, and it's just profit for you. But I prefer pure raw damage stats like attack power would even be more awesome, or just pure damage on it. Talking about pure damage, the Toussaint Knight Steelsword, you get it very easy. Just go to the Blood and Wine DLC, you go to the Artach Palace runes, and then you clear up the Hanse base. There you get the recipe, and you can craft it at any sword smith. Like, that's easy. And I kind of like the look of it because it looks so magical and majestic. I think that's just an awesome blade, and I think a real knight can use that. I saw some comments about how ugly it is, and I don't feel that, but I guess that's just taste. Not taste, but tasty is our #1 Aerondight. Of course. Why is this weapon so awesome? Everybody talks about Aerondight. It levels with your character. You got it right. The damage levels. So you use your Aerondight in the fights against monsters, and it will get charges. And when you release those charges, then it gets a permanent level up. That's so crazy and so awesome. You can level your Aerondight very nice with trolls or stuff. Just make sure to make many hits. Make your Geralt very weak when you want to level it up. So take some decoctions that make you tanky. Take Ursine armor. Try to not deal damage. Try to not skill so much, but maybe a whirl, so you make many hits around you, and then you can level up Aerondight very easy. So I saw some comments from guys who have problems leveling it. It's very easy when you know the tactics. Try to deal not so much damage so it stacks up, because the stacks get lost. Then you can level it up, and then you take the profit out of the pure damage. Aerondight as itself just has pure damage on it, so that's the beauty of damage and the perfect form of it. I love it, and it's a wonderful sword. I think Aerondight is so iconic and one of the most iconic swords in the whole Witcher franchise. I think there are many replicas out there by maybe hanging in your room as well. That might be the case for you, and you get that in the Blood and Wine DLC also by completing some tasks, or to be a real knight. And you have to be a real knight with your actions, otherwise you will take the consequence and not be able to get it. So that's a missable weapon. I guess there are many Aerondight guides out there also for the other weapons to get them. That's my ranking. I'm curious what your ranking is, and just look at the sun. It's so awesome. I turned off ray tracing, to be honest. In the next gen update I have a 3080 and my PC just won't get it. I think the 3080 is very nice still, but it's not enough for Witcher with ray tracing on. I had it on 2K with everything on middle settings, and now I have it on 4K, everything on maximum without ray tracing, more than 60 FPS. I kept it at 60 FPS because I have 60 FPS recordings and also a screen. But yeah, that's another problem and maybe worth another video, the performance in the next gen update. I hope I could help you a little bit, and maybe we'll see in the next video. Have a good day, and also subscribe to my channel to stay up to date to Witcher, or maybe in the future some other nice games as Hogwarts Legacy. See you!
Liebe Leute, mein Name ist Fragner und ich wünsche euch den besten Tag aller Zeiten. Liebe Leute, mein Name ist Fragner. Bis später, euer Peter. Dann natürlich gern die Glocke aktivieren, aktivieren. Dann natürlich gern die Glocke aktivieren, aktivieren. Dann natürlich gern die Glocke aktivieren, aktivieren. Und meinen zweiten Kanal könnt ihr auch gerne abonnieren.